What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this DCEU and X-Men Dark Phoenix video. So if you're new to the channel, please drop a like, please do subscribe as well. And well, just this is just a mess for DC. I am upset. I am absolutely gutted about the DCEU, but to be honest, I never really expected Justice League to be taken, or fans to take to Justice League, or even casual fans, people who aren't really into DC, to take to Justice League very, very well, because, well, there wasn't really a good track record for the DC films being accepted by the public and also critics. But Wonder Woman should have changed that. However, most of Justice League was actually being filmed. I believe kind of the work on Justice was being done around the same time as Wonder Woman, is possibly why the tone wasn't changed once they realised that people absolutely love Wonder Woman, that tone of that film. However, it has become a big problem, and Variety are reporting a huge shake-up at DC, which is resulting in even now this is rumour, but it's reporting that Jeff Johns is actually taking a bit of a back seat in the creative terms, but he will still be kind of overseeing it all, but he won't be exactly kind of taking a proper story, etc. role in the movie. Now, Justice League never had a great production, and the studio stepped in once they realised that this was going to be another dark film, really based, obviously, considering Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and this would be the end of the trilogy, which really the studio wanted to have a light and breezy Avengers to unite all of the characters together, but that's not what we got. Or we did, kind of, but we never really got the depth of Avengers, which really is a bit of a weird term because, well, Avengers was big at the time, but superhero movies have evolved from that. But I enjoyed Justice League. I actually enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun watching. Even though it wasn't like the best movie in the world, I really like the Star Wars prequel. But I realised that they're not that good. I just really like Star Wars. So there's not really no shame in liking it. You can sit and like enjoy the Flash making funny quips, enjoy Wonder Woman being an absolute badass. It's just not that good. It's just not a technically great movie. It's fun to watch. But there is big things happening, and Matt Reeves had hinted previously that, well, he would want Jake Gyllenhaal to actually take over as Batman is Batman movie. You know, the question is, will that actually happen? And the report from Variety is, well, reporting that we will be getting someone else playing Batman in that movie, and that Ben Affleck is actually done with the franchise. However, he will actually be playing Batman in the Flashpoint movie, which presumably I am expecting to be used as the bridge to completely reboot and reset the DCEU. I expect Aquaman to still be Jason Momoa, depending upon how 2018's Aquaman does. Wonder Woman is definitely going ahead, and Wonder Woman is actually going to be set, well, Wonder Woman 2 is going to be set in the Cold War, which is really strange when you think about it, because she's supposed to have given up Earth, but they sort of retconned that, really, and in Justice, they sort of retconned the fact that kind of maybe stuck around, and maybe she took more of a behind-the-scenes role in the Cold War, which would make sense because the Cold War was kind of fought in very clandestine operations and proxy wars, which makes sense because, well, if they had an outright war right now. But the rumour is as well that Jake Gyllenhaal will take over post-Flashpoint, and we won't be getting Ben Affleck anymore, which I think is a big shame. But I have to give mad props to them for deciding to, you know, let's just reboot it. Let's carry on. Let's reboot it, which I think will be pretty fun, and we could set up an Amazonian versus Atlanteans war, which will be a lot of fun to see Flashpoint on the screen, and it could leave us with brand character and brand new stories, which is a lot of fun. Now, next up, we've had quite a lot of information actually revealed about X-Men The Dark Phoenix, which I really hope they get this right, because I was really disappointed with X-Men Apocalypse. It's one of the first kind of films I actually reviewed on this channel, with the first one actually being Captain America Civil War, and the next one was actually X-Men Apocalypse. Really, I absolutely didn't like at all. I thought it was a real shame. However, I'm willing to give the next one a go because I like the rest of the movies. And Sophie Turner has, funny enough, actually revealed that Game of Thrones is actually returning in 2019, which isn't particularly shocking news. We sort of really expected Game of Thrones to return in 2019, but we also had a hell of a lot more footage or kind of images from the movie, and we had one of Jessica Chastain. We also had the space shuttle as well going into space, which is where Jean Grey actually got sort of attacked by the Phoenix Force, and it kind of took hold, or started to take hold in space. And really, I'm a sucker for space shuttles because I think they're freaking cool. I really am gutted that there's no space shuttle program anymore. They're just I geek out over it. But what we actually saw as well from the magazine is that we actually get to see more of Jessica Chastain, and well, this is pretty cool. And you got to wonder who she's actually playing now. The thing is that she is going to be playing an otherworldly shapeshifter who manipulates Phoenix for her own agenda. Okay, so we originally thought that she's actually be a Skrull. This rumour has been going around for quite some time. However, I can't see Fox having Skrulls in their movies, while the MCU are having Skrulls in their movie. I just can't see it. Now, obviously they can, it's entirely possible, but why? Obviously, the Skrulls did have an interest in the Dark Phoenix saga, a very minor part, may I add. But there was someone else who was actually fully involved with the Dark Phoenix saga. It's someone who was very heavily invested. This person was Jason Wingard, who was actually a member of the Hellfire Club, and his name is Mastermind. Now, this person actually kind of really messed with Jean Grey's mind to take advantage of her and get her inside the Hellfire Club. Now, her mental blocks were actually brought down due to this, and what actually happened was the Phoenix actually fully took hold in her body. And obviously, Jason Wingard was doing this to kind of curry favour inside the Hellfire Club, which we saw. We saw the Hellfire Club actually over in the X-Men the First Class, and we had Kevin Bacon play Sebastian Shaw, who was actually the leader. So the question is, we know Emma Frost is actually returning to this, and the question is, could we be getting the Hellfire Club back in the X-Men universe? And to be honest, I think they're going to gender swap this, and we're actually going to get her play that role, which I think is a lot better. I think it's going to be a lot. It's new, it's fresh, exciting, and maybe she's manipulating the Phoenix Force to get. So that is it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. See you soon.